we are winning. Whew. Everybody's woke. Everybody right now is King Kong conscious. Coach Prime, our guy, is the guy that your guy is going to be talking about. Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs, what it is, what it does, and what it's going to be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Gosh, we on fire. Coach Prime is winning. I told you guys about the message, the big message. The message is clear, guys. And the closer closed it this week. We got to talk about it. I've been sitting back. I had a day off yesterday. My wife is like, we got to watch our favorite show. We got to watch New Amsterdam, our favorite TV hospital show. I was like, all right, babe, I got you. Let's watch our TV show. My people, we good. We'll be all right if we take a day off and spend some time with the wife and the family. I'm back. I'm fresh and I'm ready. I'm on fire. I got the red cup here, guys. It's just Coke, guys. Whenever you see this red hat on, you see me wear black shirts all the time, right? But when you see this shirt on, I hug my dad body, you know what I'm saying, can insinuate my little fatty arms a little bit. That means I'm about to spaz. If you're new around here, you don't understand why I'm so excited, guys. You are watching the Liberian Perspective. That's what TLP stands for. You knew that, right? This is our push in our campaign to hit 5,000 subscribers. I know we're going to do it. We're on our way. We are smashing it. We're making it happen, and we're growing fast, guys. Please make sure to give that thumbs up, guys. Don't forget that we have an Amazon storefront. Click this link right here to get your Buff and your Coach Prime merch. Before I get started, guys, I want to ask you one question. You guys do understand that this is a show, right? For the most part, my club members, you guys understand that this is a sports talk show. I have to talk and I'm bringing a show. I have to perform a little bit. I got to give you a little bit of the Liberian hot pepper sauce. That's what I do here. So for those of you who don't like me to yabba dabba do, I respectfully understand your position. You didn't come to hear me run my mouth. I get it. Respectfully, there are some other channels that have already ran with this information. They've already read it to you. Okay, they're already out there. When you come to this here channel, TLP Sports Club, my perspective is a little different from a lot of other people out there. And I just want to let you know that. You're coming here for my perspective. This is a talk show. I am talking and putting on a show. My people understand that, and I appreciate the interaction in the comments, guys. And I'm trying to grow. And then there's just the straight out rude people. You talk too much, shut up. Like, why come here if you don't want to hear me talk, right? There's other channels doing the same thing. This is a work in progress. The channel is new. I've only been here for a couple of months. I'm learning. I'm taking everything into consideration. If you're not just straight out rude and nasty, I listen. I take the constructive criticism and I try to grow. That's how people should grow naturally. I had to start saying pepper sauce because it's not just hot sauce. Liberian sauce is a little different. It's pepper sauce. So for those of you who don't mind the Liberian hot pepper sauce, guys, you know what time it is. Let's work. Guys, we're winning, and I had to pick up the red cup again. Coach Prime and the Buffs are winning off the field. Straight up winning. I told you guys about the message. How Coach Prime and his press team are using the media to push our message, and then our message is eventually going to get out there to the constituents, us, the base, the alumni, the donors, those who are going to put money into this collective, and then help us all to get all these 4 or 5 stars. Some people getting mad like, oh no, you're taking too much credit away from Coach. I'm not taking no credit away from Coach. Coach is doing his job. Coach goes in there, he's the closer. He's the pitch man. He is the ultimate negotiator. He goes in there, does his job, and then guess what? We have a little bit of backup. The backup is the NIL. So that's not why I'm here today. But I'm just trying to let you know that's part of the process. But the message is going out. If you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. These are facts I'm telling you. I work in the business, so I know what is going on. Because I work in the film business, I'll start off with this. When we have a movie coming out, we do a press run. Sometimes the press run could be from different states, different countries. Big, gigantic movies will go from different country to different country. But sometimes what it would do is it will set up a press meeting or a press day in a hotel. So in the hotel, they're going to invite all of the press, the people who covers the movie business and all of those things, depending on how big the movie is. They'll either rent out the whole hotel or they'll rent out just 1 or 2 floors. And then what they do is they set up different rooms. They'll give different rooms or different booths to different media companies. I don't know if they pay money for those booths or those rooms. I'm sure they probably do. I don't work on that side of the business. These different media companies that cover movies like Hollywood, Rotten Tomatoes, they will bring them all to this one hotel. Actors, the executive producers, they'll go from booth to booth. They'll talk to the different media people. You guys remember Notting Hill with Julia Roberts? I believe it was Hugh Grant. So you remember she was an actor within the movie doing press for one of her movies in the hotel, and he went there. He wanted to talk to her, but to do that, he had to pretend he was one of the press. says he made up some weird name for a magazine and went in there and started talking to her, and that's how he was able to get her. Yeah, you remember, that's what the movies do. I'm telling you guys this because if you haven't been under a rock, this whole week has been that press run for the NFL and the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, I'm sure they got some type of convention. I don't know which convention that they rented out. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But you get the whole picture, right? I told you everybody has a message. The NFL this week is sending its message to its base, its constituents. That's what they're doing. And they're doing it big. The NFL is one of the biggest money makers in the United States of America. Believe it or not. We love sports in America. I don't know if you remember, Trevor Noah did a whole stand-up comedy about how much we love sports in America. He said, we love sports so much, we will watch the pregame show, then we will watch the game, they'll have commentary in the game. Then when the game is finished, we watch the postgame show. And then after the postgame show, we will watch a show about the postgame show. That's how much we love sports in America. And the NFL is one of the biggest. So right now, this week, they've been sending their message. And I did a whole video telling you about our message and how we are using our message to push our agenda to our constituents, our base. So just like a politician have pundits, and the pundits are like political allies or political minions, basically, they'll send their minions or they will send their pundits out to go speak favorably and to spread the candidate's message, make sure that everybody's getting the message and make the base feel comfortable, feel relaxed, and understand the message that's going out. We all need to get on message. As a collective, we as the Buff Nation, we as BWB, Coach Prime people, our message is we're here to win and we need everybody to get involved. So that message is currently being pushed. And I brought that preliminary video to you. That message is to wake up the base, the alumni and the boosters and those people who are going to donate to the school, to donate money or to help the program to move forward. Because we can't do this without money. When you see those recruiters hitting 19 different states or 10 different states, they're not taking money out of their pockets to do that. You can't hit up 10 states in 9 days without money. To go from Georgia to Florida, to go from Florida to this place, you got to stay in the hotels, you got to eat, you got to do all of that. To travel and do all of these things, it requires money. Whether you believe NIL or you don't believe NIL, or whether you believe that this is happening, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to let you know that it takes a lot of money and resources to make this happen. And the only way you can do that is to reach the base, to reach the alumni, to reach the people with the deep pockets. And you have to send this message that we are an exciting program. Everybody has eyes on us and we have to do this for us to get donors to put money into that pot. When Coach Prime started, Mr. Rick George says, we don't have the money, but I guarantee you we're going to get the money. I bet you they have the money now because that message is loud and clear. We're here to win and we're the most exciting thing spinning. Coach Prime is the most exciting thing spinning. Everybody's excited in Boulder. Guys, I'm starting to get some tips on the tip line. So on the screen, you see the email, hot tips for tlpsports@gmail.com. Send me your tips. So the tips have been coming in, and the word on the street is that in Boulder, yo, the energy is electric. Everybody's excited. I'm getting tips that the different sports departments at the university are winning because of Coach Prime. The things that he's doing, the excitement that he's causing on the ground is affecting all other departments over there at the university. It's a place now where everybody wants to go to school at. All of the kids are now putting in their application. If you probably look into it, if you see the admissions, the amount of applications coming to the school, it's probably astronomical. Skiing or the basketball, the volleyball, all of those other sports are starting to win because of Coach Prime. Everybody now wants to come get in that transfer portal for other sports, or they want to come to this university from high school for other sports because of the Coach Prime effect. I'm telling you, we're exciting the base. The base is woke. The base is King Kong conscious. Dr. Omar, if I'm using your gym, my bad, bro. Even the local colleges are excited for Buff Nation. It's working. Coach Prime is energizing the base. Everybody's excited about what's happening, and the donors are donating, the fans are donating, they're putting money into the collective, money's coming into the university, and Coach Prime has probably already generated so much money that they probably now have the money to pay him, so he practically paid himself through the message. I want you guys to understand, when I bring that information, I'm not just talking hot smoke. You see it happening. Now it's come to a culmination in this week. Coach Prime was the last person to go in there and smash it out the stadium, and boy, did he smash it out the stadium. He said, let's go. Knocked it out the park. NFL is sending their message to their constituents. All of the big media companies got booths, they got different setups, and this whole thing is called Radio Row. For those of you who don't know what's going on, you just seen the stuff on social media. All of this is press run for the NFL Super Bowl Sunday. The Super Bowl is this Sunday. This whole Radio Row is going on where everybody's doing interviews. They're interviewing former players, people who have impacted the game, Hall of Famers. They're having award shows. They're presenting awards to different people. The Coach of the Year, player of the year, the quarterback, the MVP. They're doing all of that this week. All of the major players in media are all converging to this place for the NFL on Radio Row. They're all there to wake up the base and say, hey, guys, wake up. We need the money. We need you to watch. We need you to buy as much wings as possible. We need you to buy as much memorabilia as possible. We need you to buy as much jerseys as possible. We need the money. We need the television stations to understand that we are the hottest thing spinning. That's their message. They're sending that message. Everybody's talking about it right now. It's all over social media. This is how most programs work. You need a message. This is how the big boys play, whether you know it or not. It's like NFL nostalgia. This is the combination of all of the NFL teams, all of the football players. When you come from high school, you get ranked a 3-star, they drop you a star, and then you go to college, you fight, and if you don't get hurt, nothing bad happens to you, and then you finally get drafted to the NFL. This is the combination of all of that is happening this week, and then we're going to get the Super Bowl on Sunday. So make sure you got your wings, your chips, and everything ready. Don't miss out. Guess who's been the most talked about out of all that is going on? Our guy, Coach, the closer, Deion, Prime, Tom Sanders. Everybody's talking about Coach Prime. We winning, baby. Gotta take a sip because we winning. They're supposed to be talking about all the other stars. They're supposed to be talking about people playing. He's a college coach. So why is he the talk of the town? Because he's the man. Coach Prime, our guy, is the guy that your guy is going to be talking about. He's the hottest thing spinning. So I'm going to have to use my fair use clause to play some of this footage. Coach Prime is the highlight of Radio Row. And then Coach Prime goes to the award show. I believe he was presenting the Coach of the Year. Coach Prime is making his presentation and he tells everybody, listen, send me your boys. Send them to me. I got them. Coach is still recruiting. He's so charismatic. He's making all the media rounds. People are requesting interviews. Everybody wants to talk to him. The different booths are set up with different people. Some of the biggest personalities are all there talking. You got people jumping over their booths to go see Coach Prime, to give him a hug. You got people leaving their interview to come over here and give Coach Prime a hug, just to say hi to Coach Prime. Give him a high five. Say, hey, what's up, Coach? What up, Pops? Pac-Man Jones came over, jumped over the bed and stuff. He's sending out message. This all ties in with the message. This is the message that he's sending. He's recruiting as he's going on. Coach Prime is fully aware that there is still some dogs out there. Do y'all remember the interview that I played y'all with Mr. Solomon Wilcots?
I remember it was after maybe my freshman, sophomore year. I talked to Coach Mack, and I said, Coach, you want to beat Nebraska? Let's go back to my neighborhood. Let's get some kids where I went to school and where I grew up. They're not afraid of Nebraska. They're not afraid of Oklahoma. Now, I grew up in Compton, California. So I knew we could go get an Eric Bieniemy, a Deion Figures, a Darian Hagan. That's exactly what we did.
So they went, grabbed some dogs from the hood, give them some college scholarships, give them a great education, and they were whipping on some people. And they was playing some football. That's how it happened. That same thing is happening right now. Coach is going to the hood on TV and telling all the mothers, send me your boys. Send me your dogs. I know how to treat them. I can take these young boys, these young dogs, from boys to men. And when you hear Coach saying we ain't got no NIL money either, that's a whole nother message in itself. For those who don't know, they would just take that message and say, I told y'all Coach Prime wasn't dealing with no NIL money. I told y'all he's recruiting without no NIL, and that is true. Coach Prime is not pushing no NIL. That's not his business. There's a department that's set up for that. Coach Prime's business is to continue to recruit and bring some dogs to this program and win. When Coach said we ain't got no NIL money, that's a subliminal. You have to understand that Coach is a master communicator. I don't know what he studied in college, whether it was media marketing and communications. I don't know if that's what he studied, but he's a master communicator. I believe some universities, some accredited universities, needs to give Coach one of those degrees that they give people. It could be CU. I don't know if it's a conflict of interest when you coach somewhere and then they give you a degree, but I think some university needs to give one of those degrees to people who get degrees because of your influence on culture or because of your influence on society. I believe Bill Cosby got one of those degrees. They tried to take it back when all his scandals started happening. They need to give Coach Prime one of those degrees for communication mastery and media marketing mastery. I'm putting that out there now for all of you universities, all of you university presidents who may be watching. Y'all need to give Coach Prime a doctorate degree for media mastery and media marketing and communications. Y'all need to make that happen because what Coach Prime is displaying, it deserves such a degree. I'm recruiting. I want some Florida dogs. I want some Georgia dogs. I want some bulldogs. I want some hot dogs. Coach Prime wants some dogs. I'm getting hungry just talking about it. All of his sound bites are making the rounds in the media. Even though it's cold in Boulder, the grounds are hot. this was one of the biggest media events that was going to happen for this week because everything's quiet now. You're not really going to get anything until spring because after the Super Bowl, everything goes quiet. It was now Coach Prime's time to go in there and be prime time. And you see how Coach is clutch. And when they say prime time, he gets his name from the fact that he can show up when all eyes are on him. Because when the lights are the brightest, when the show's the biggest, the Super Bowl, that's why they call him prime time. He can go in there and kill it and be the most talked about person in the room. When you got the biggest stars in the room, Coach Prime would be the one that is talked about the most. Our guy is the guy that your guy is going to be talking about. We got the guy. I had to give that to you guys. I'm Harry B. Thank you for watching The Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club.